I'm 32, male, and was engaged to Sarah, 29, or so I thought. This whole mess is a real head-scratcher. It started about 6 weeks ago. We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 1. Wedding plans were slowly coming together. Sarah seemed off, but I figured it was just nerves about the big day. We had a venue visit scheduled for Saturday. Then, on Friday night, she hit me with it. "Mark, I need a break," she said. A break from wedding stress, her job, everything, she claimed, hoping it wasn't about us. "Just a short one to get my head straight before we tie the knot." Alarm bells rang loud. A break often means testing the waters elsewhere while keeping you on the hook. Still, I stayed calm. "Okay, Sarah, if that's what you need, how long are we talking?" "Not long, a few weeks. I need space, no communication. It's vital for me to sort my thoughts alone." "No communication. Understood." My stomach twisted, but I agreed. "All right, Sarah, if you need space and no contact, I'll respect it." She seemed almost relieved I didn't push back. She grabbed a bag, said she'd stay with her sister, Emma, and left with a quick kiss on the cheek. Gone, just like that. The first week was brutal, total silence, as she wanted. I obsessed over what I'd done wrong, playing the self-doubt game. Then, about 10 days in, I'm on Instagram. Sarah's not big on posting, but Emma, she's a social media addict. There it was, in Emma's story, a beach bar, cocktails, sunsets, and Sarah, glowing, arm wrapped around Brian, her college ex, maybe 30. The guy she swore was a closed book, just a fun memory. My heart sank. Her space to think was a tropical getaway with Brian. The no-contact rule was clearly just for me, to keep me in the dark while she rekindled things with him. The audacity, the disrespect. I felt a surge of anger, then a colder, clearer resolve. "Fine, Sarah. You want no contact while you play house with him? You got it. Our apartment? In my name, always was. She moved in 2 years ago. That venue? I'd put down a $2,000 non-refundable deposit. My money? The caterer? Another $1,500, also mine. That fancy espresso machine she insisted we needed for $1,000? My credit card. A joint engagement gift, she said. But I paid for it. That machine was mine, no question. I didn't lose it. I started making quiet moves, taking stock and making calls. The apartment? My domain? Her key? Easily handled? The venue and caterer? I called both, canceled everything, and ate the deposits. Painful, but better than sinking more into a doomed plan. Got the receipts in writing. The ring? She still had it. My grandmother's, priceless beyond its value. That was non-negotiable. I didn't reach out, didn't call, kept her no-contact rule to the letter. I waited, gathered my paperwork, and steeled myself. Let her enjoy her break. 4 weeks later, my phone buzzes. Unknown number. I had a hunch. It was Sarah, calling from a random number, probably thinking I'd block her real one after her ghosting and Instagram antics with Brian. Clever. "Mark!" "Hey," she chirped, all sunshine. "Good news. The break's done. I've thought things through, and I'm ready to come back and pick up where we left off." The nerve. I nearly laughed. "Really?" I said, cool as ice. "Well, Sarah, your break may be over, but so is this relationship." Dead silence. I could almost hear her brain short-circuiting. "What? Mark? What are you talking about?" "Don't be ridiculous," she stammered. "The break had rules. We said a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. The rules were no contact, so you could think. Which you did. On a beach with Brian," I said. "Saw Emma's Instagram. Looked like a blast." More silence, then a weak sputter. That That was nothing. Brian was just there. Emma invited him. It wasn't a thing. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. The break was for us, to get clarity for us. The entitlement was unreal. She really thought she could waltz back in like nothing happened. Sarah, you wanted no contact. You vacationed with your ex. Did you think I wouldn't notice? You made your choice. The relationship's done. I've canceled the venue and caterer. Her voice cracked, panic rising. You canceled them? Without even asking me? Mark, those deposits were our money. No, Sarah. They were my money. Both came from my savings. And yes, canceled. No wedding. But my stuff's at the apartment. My clothes, my espresso machine. There it was. The espresso machine. Knew it. Your stuff's here, I said. Text me a day and time this week to pick it up. I'll have it ready by the door. The espresso machine stays. It's on my card. In my apartment. You can't just kick me out. We live together. And the ring, Mark? The ring. The apartment's in my name, Sarah. You stayed with me. The ring? My grandmother's. I expect it back when you get your stuff. You're being a complete jerk. This isn't fair. I needed that break. You're supposed to understand. You didn't follow the rules. You were supposed to wait. Waited, I said, and I saw what you did. The only rule you stuck to was no contact with me. Everything else was fair game for you. Text me a time. Goodbye. I hung up, hands trembling, not from fear, maybe adrenaline. The gall of her expecting me to just sit there and take it. A couple hours later, a text. Not Sarah, Emma. Mark, Sarah's a mess. You've totally misread this. Brian was a fluke, a moment of confusion. She loves you. You need to talk to her. Also, she needs her car keys. They're in the purse she left. Her little VW Beetle, a gift from her parents, was in my building's garage in a spot I pay for. I texted back, Sarah can get her keys with her stuff. I'm not discussing this with you, Emma. Blocked her number. The next day, Sarah texted, I need my things. Sunday, 2 p.m., and I still expect the espresso machine. I chose it. It's half mine. Still fix mine. Sunday. This was going to be a spectacle. I got the locks changed Saturday morning. $200 well spent. And spent the afternoon packing Sarah's stuff. Clothes, shoes, endless makeup, random trinkets. Her car keys went on top of the first box. The espresso machine stayed on my counter, untouched. Everything else was neatly stacked by the door. Sunday at 2 p.m., the knock came. I was ready, but Sarah didn't come alone. She brought Emma and their mom, Linda, mid-50s, who always gave me the cold shoulder but played nice when I was paying for things. Sarah looked rough, red eyes but a stubborn glare. Emma was fuming. Linda went straight into let's fix this mode. Mark, sweetheart, Linda started. Sarah mentioned a little mix-up. I'm sure we can work this out. She just needed a moment to breathe. Linda, no mix-up, I said. Sarah took her breather with her ex on a tropical island after demanding no contact. Engagement's off. Relationship's done. Her stuff's by the door. I pointed to the boxes. Car keys are on top. Sarah's eyes flicked to the kitchen, spotting the espresso machine. Where's the machine? You said you packed my stuff. I told you I picked it out. It's ours. I packed your stuff, Sarah. The machine was a gift, paid for by me, and it stays in my apartment. Consider the coffees you drank your share. You can't do that. That's practically theft, she snapped. Linda chimed in. Mark, this isn't how you treat someone after 4 years. Sarah's been so upset by your attitude. Changing the locks, Really? Changing locks on my apartment after my fiancée ghosted me for her ex? Seemed prudent, I said. Are you taking the boxes or not? I've got plans. Sarah finally spoke, voice shaking. Where's the ring, Mark? You said you wanted it. Planning to sell it for your new locks? No, Sarah, it's going back in its box, where it belongs. Hand it over. I held out my hand. She made a show of pulling it off a necklace, wearing it the audacity, and tossed it at me. I caught it. You'll regret this, Mark, she said. Brian actually understands me. He wouldn't pull this stunt. Good for Brian. Maybe he'll buy you a new espresso machine. Now take your stuff. They started grabbing boxes, muttering insults. Sarah kept trying to start arguments. My skincare's not even packed properly. This stuff's expensive. Should have taken it to the beach with Brian, I called from the other room. Always said he was too boring for you. Linda, oddly quiet, just sighed and glared. Then Sarah pulled a fast one. Oh, I think I left some heirloom jewelry from my grandma in your sock drawer. I need to come in and check. Nope, I said. Anything valuable you'd have taken on your little getaway. I packed what was yours. If it's not in the boxes, it's not here. I'm calling the police. You're stealing from me. She reached for her phone. Go for it, I said. Explain how you left valuable jewelry in your ex's apartment after ditching him for another guy, and now he won't let you rummage through his bedroom. Good luck. She didn't call. Linda finally stepped in. Girls, let's just get this done. He's not budging. They hauled the boxes out, grumbling the whole hour. As they left, Sarah got in one last jab. You're going to be so lonely, Mark. You threw away everything over a dumb Instagram post. No, Sarah, I said. I threw it away because you betrayed me and expected me to thank you. Goodbye. I shut the door, double-locked it, felt empty, then relieved. Done. Or so I thought. Yesterday, a letter arrived. From a lawyer. Sarah's claiming compensation for emotional distress and shared assets. The $1,000 espresso machine and $3,500 in deposits she says were joint marital funds. The gall, considering I paid those deposits and she caused the cancellation. The entitlement is staggering. She tanks the relationship, runs off, then wants me to pay her. This isn't over. It's a fight, and I'm ready. Sent the letter to my lawyer. He laughed. It's been a few months, and the storm's settled, along with Sarah's absurd legal threats. Time to close this chapter. Her lawyer tried to play tough, sending more letters. My lawyer, sharp and skeptical, tore their claims apart. Emotional distress? He pointed out Sarah requested the break. Sarah ran off with her ex. Sarah broke the no-contact rule with demands. If anyone was distressed, it was me. Shared assets? He sent my bank statements showing the deposits were from my personal account. The espresso machine's receipt? My credit card. He noted shared assets require actual shared finances, which we never had. Thank my cautious nature. He also argued the deposit losses were her fault for derailing the wedding. Her lawyer claimed I broke the spirit of the break. My lawyer's response was brilliant. The spirit of the break seemed to involve your client vacationing with another man while expecting our client to stay oblivious. Our client simply accepted the reality presented. Nailed it. After a particularly sharp letter hinting Sarah could owe my legal fees for a baseless claim, her lawyer went silent. Word from a mutual friend who saw through Sarah's nonsense. Her lawyer told her she had no case and risked paying my costs. Sarah's fallout? Brutal. Brian? Once the vacation high wore off and Sarah's demanding nature surfaced, he bolted. Didn't want to bankroll her lifestyle or her legal tantrum. Lasted 2 weeks after she tried moving in. Living situation? She stayed with Emma until Emma got fed up with Sarah treating her like a bank and a counselor. Emma kicked her out. Sarah's now back with her parents. Linda's reportedly heartbroken over Sarah's mess. The irony, finances? Sarah's working a full-time job now. No more leaning on me. That $3,500 she wanted? She's learning what it's like to earn it. The espresso machine? The pettiest, sweetest victory. That mutual friend says Sarah still gripes about it. Even tried getting Linda to buy her one. Linda told her to save up. Me? The first month was tough, felt foolish, but anger became determination. Those legal letters were stressful, but watching them collapse was vindicating. The apartment's mine again. Cleared her junk, repainted, feels fresh. My grandmother's ring is safe. The revenge wasn't loud, it was calculated. Refusing to be manipulated, refusing to fund her betrayal, refusing to let her make me the bad guy. She wanted a break, and no contact. I gave her that, permanently. She flaunted her ex. She can deal with the consequences alone. Thought she could claim my money, my apartment, my ring, even my espresso machine after stabbing me in the back. No way. Watching her entitlement smash into reality was the real win. She thought she could have it all. Send me the bill, and I'd wait like a loyal dog. Her whining about me not following her rules for a break she used to cheat still blows my mind. No contact from her or her family since my lawyer shut them down. Peace. I'm dating casually, focusing on myself. It's good. Sarah played a foolish game. She won a foolish prize. The quiet apartment, free of her demands. That's justice enough.